this, and right here on Instagram. Hello out there on the interweb, interconnected device. This is Bruno Romeo Anguile. Anguile in the reggae world, Bruno Simone and the business world. This is September 8th, 2024, and I'm doing another one of those late night, early morning update for all you guys out there. Obviously, it's not like I have a lot of followers right now, but I share those on most of my different platforms, and then in the future, soon, I will be on some form of a subscribe paid platform, and you can have all of the previous recording and updates that I have created. You can also have access to a lot of the postings and all the different knowledge that I've shared over time. So today, I have a little bit of a couple of updates. There's one that's pretty important. I was reading one of my favorite AI engineer on LinkedIn, and I kind of like, it was one of his articles that was more philosophical and talking about the importance and the influence of AI in our lives today and soon in the future. And, and it's somebody very knowledgeable that I trust, and his article kind of, raised some flags in my mind, in my spirit, in my soul, because I think that he was representing the proper situation where mankind and humanity, even himself as a top engineer, is realizing that AI can have a very negative influence on humanity, and that is the intellectual or the scientific perspective. It is not necessarily his personal belief or hope, but he was expressing, honestly, his perspective on it, and saying that it could go wrong, very wrong, and pretty fast if we were not careful. So it kind of like woke me up in a way, and the feeling that rised up in me, what I wanted to say and what I'm going to say now is never and over my dead body. And I mean it, because if this happened, if AI were to take over humanity, the world that my children will be living in after I'm gone or before the time that I'm gone, I may as well be dead. I may as well die, because I wouldn't have done what I'm supposed to do. And I'm not saying that I am some kind of Messiah. There is millions of people out there thinking they're the chosen one, and honestly, more power to them, and I love them, and I really appreciate that people have in their heart that courage. But I don't think that they realize what it means, okay, to call themselves a chosen one. I don't think that I have met one in my life, and if I were to meet one, I probably wouldn't even know. But if I were, and that person were near me, I probably would be weeping like a little child, like if I were in the presence of the Almighty God, Jah, because that's how powerful, that's how that person in my mind, in my spiritual mind, is or would be. So a chosen one, and I want to put things in perspective because I think that people do not put things in perspective in their mind. Okay, they associate the chosen one, and then there's like a multiplicator of the chosen one after the chosen one. And I understand, sacred texts are parables, and they are sacred texts, and the numbers are sacred, and they have meanings, and etc. And but just to understand, 144,000 chosen one, and a population of close to 8 billion is a very, 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 very small percentage. So that makes my point that I do not believe that any of us has even had a chance in our lifetime. And if we have, well, the more power to you, like I said, and more blessing to you. But the chances, even with the internet and the ability we have to scan the web for supernatural human beings, I still believe that these type of individual, whenever they show up on the earth, are not going to be advertising themselves on TikTok, on Facebook, or anything. So definitely I'm not one of those, and definitely, I'm just a believer, like I told you before, and I'm just aspiring to understand better things of spiritual nature and how to apply them in my life. And what I wanted to talk about is how we are going to be confronted and how should we react toward AI. And fear is not the reaction. I think right now there is a lot of articles, there's a lot of propaganda that is causing fear in mankind and humanity around the world about AI and us losing jobs to AI and lowering the value of humanity versus technology or the machine, the learning of the machine that have learned to copy us, that have learned to do what we do. And so maybe what it means is that we have not been using, and we already know that from science, but a very small percentage of our brain power, of capacities that we have in our body. We have not. AI is actually challenging us and teaching us to learn more, and it's actually for people that are using it to augment their knowledge and their capacity of doing things. It has actually has had a positive impact on a lot of people, increasing their brain activity and maybe even increasing the intelligence overall of certain individuals. So AI should not be disregarded as something negative. It really is up to us what we do with AI. We have to remember that AI is created by man and programmed by man. At least I have to hope that it is. And then if it is not, it has a purpose to challenge us. But I do believe through history that humanity has overcome such challenges. AI is an existential challenge for mankind. It is. I mean, it is as important almost as the first coming of the people that people call the Messiah, Yeshua, Jesus. I mean, that man changed humanity. The whole society around the world, the whole organization and the way of the world changed after that man walked the earth because of his teaching and because of what he showed to people. A lot of things changed after that. Many other religions were impacted by his teaching, and maybe because he learned from some of their sacred texts. And I'm not going to go into all these argumentational stuff. That is up to you to find out for yourself. But I think that his teachings do tend to have teachings that are similar to other ancient sacred knowledge. That's what I'm going to say. You know, a lot of the Bible stories are old mythology stories. We call them mythology, but to me, they're all real. Everything that we call mythology or ancient stuff, a lot of it is based in real historical things that happen in this world. It's just that we have been taught or we have not been taught whatever really happened. And it's, you know, is that important? I don't think it's that important, because we have to live our life every day in positivity and love and kindness, and so all the stuff around us that we cannot control is completely irrelevant. You know, I'm like a lot of us. I do have challenges every day, like I said in the previous video, and I'm learning to manage better how I manage those challenges, and I'm able to, by the grace of the universal creator, able to maybe overcome those. And you know, I think that AI is like that in our existence as a civilization. I think it's going to be a big test to humanity to be able to decide if we go in a positive way or in a negative way. But we have a choice. I mean, I do believe we do have a choice. And I don't believe it's a choice to take harm, like in the old American Revolution or the French Revolution. You know, I don't believe that it requires that type of a commitment. I think it, because we have in place a lot of tools to communicate around the world now. We don't, you know, we don't necessarily need to have conflict with other people. We can communicate. We have ways and connectivity with each other. So now it's a choice of how we are going to use AI, how we're going to use robots, and how do we define our purpose in life as human being. And I think we forgot over the last 100 years, or 50 years even, the value of mankind, of humanity, the value of the intelligence of being able to do things with our hand and using our head to problem solve. And this is, you know, maybe because I'm a man, and that's really stupid what I just said. So, men and women, we can problem solve. You know, usually women are more emotional, they say, and men are more logical or try to solve problems. You know, that's how we go about things. But that's where I was coming from in my comment. But really, in reality, nowadays, men and women are exactly the same. We try to solve problems, and we also try to manage our feelings, our emotions. So let's end that argument right there. So I think, you know, as we try to resolve this problem in a intelligent fashion, I think there is a lot of possibilities for us to look at the benefits of using AI to improve our life, to make our life easier, and at the same time to redefine who we are as humans. You know, spending more time with our family, our children, building communities where we interact with each other instead of over a phone, like right now, as you're watching me on one of those social media platforms. I mean, the ideal thing, and what I'm trying to do with my content distribution platform, is to have custom niche market, very specific market, that so we spend time just looking at the thing that we are interested in, the way we would used to in the past select a book at the library, you know, or select a film that we want to watch at the movie theater or that we want to share with our family. Select activities that we want to do with our family, to go out about and explore nature and go to the beach or rent a boat for a day and go fishing or just fish from a pier. Do things in nature that we have forgotten, or that we tend to look at things that we only do in vacation time, maybe 2 weeks out of a year. In Europe, maybe it's a month out of the year. But even in vacation in Europe, people tend to be doing nothing really of that type of activities. They, usually are just hanging out, just like it's another weekend, basically hanging out with their friends, but they're not really exploring or doing things with their hands or helping, other people that are more needy than them, or doing things that are actually gratifying, both physically, mentally, spiritually, etc., intellectually. Because doing good things is not a spiritual thing. Doing good things is a human thing. And when you do that, you benefit from it, and it doesn't have to be based on a religious belief or a philosophical belief. It's basically just being a human person, helping your neighbor and helping them build a shed on their property. Or back in the old days, we would help each other build houses and stuff like that. So I think we need to go back to being humans and building communities, safe communities, where we can raise our children in a village, like we used to say in Africa. We are raised by a village. We're not raised just by our parents, but also our cousin, our aunts. I mean, cousin if they're older, our aunts, our uncle, our grandparents, and our neighbors. And we have to get back to that, to what we used to really enjoy about America, what I believe was the American dream, and should still be the American dream, and what everybody in the world has looked for in America, is that incredible country where every opportunity is available, where people actually care about each other, and they are building a future together. We really need to get back to that basic, and when we look at technology, it has to be helping us to achieve those goals and not be the enemy. So I want to put a stop to anyone that may have a negative, depressive type of feeling about it, and it's as an encouragement, not as a criticism, because I would like you to understand that there is another side to that coin. There is a positive side to that coin, and AI is really not new, and we have improved on it to the point now where it has so much power that we really can gain a new life, a new civilization. I mean, AI can expand our knowledge to an extreme level. And so all the engineers that are losing their basic coding jobs right now should think about retooling themselves to be able to use AI, and also to become problem solver in every area of life and the universe, the whole creation. There's a lot to do. Medicine will be transformed. We have to think completely outside the box. I mean, everything is up to change. And, our perception, I mean, in spirituality, I believe that will not change much. It's solid. It's rock solid. There is a creator of the universe. There's a purpose in the whole universe. If there was not a purpose, it would not be stable. So, the stability alone is a proof to me, in my heart, that there is a purpose and there is a creator behind the creation wherever we live, even if we live in a simulation, whatever people believe, is those are details. What's important is that you are alive, that you're able to exchange feelings and ideas with others, and those feelings and ideas and your experience in life is actually teaching you more and developing you as a being, human being or spiritual being. So as a being, you are developing this journey, this experience that we have is allowing us that, and AI is a big challenge. In a way, we needed that to wake up. I believe like all of what's happening right now, the awakening of questioning and spirituality, is in big part because of technology. The challenge that technology has brought into our life, and also the way that we've been living for the last century almost, and that we have found that it has not really fulfilled our desires. We've changed from a certain type of life before the republics, before the democracies, before the modern era, I would call it. We've changed from old kingdoms and kings and that type of system into a society with big city and lights and electricity and manufacturing and production and trade worldwide, all of that. But we still haven't escaped certain mistakes that we have done as a society, and I'm not going to go in details. I just want us to look at the positive. You guys can understand or understand what all the negativity that we have gone through is. I don't want to focus on it. We all know that. During my whole life, and I think that we all have lived through hardship and a hard time, unless you were born with a golden spoon, but that's very, very few people in this life. And even people that have been born that way may have experienced some ultimate challenges as well, some very important, big challenges in their life. So I won't look down on anyone, regardless of who you are. If you are a king or if you are a nobody, you are the same to me. You're a human being that is gonna die someday, that was born naked. So to me, and you and I are the same. You're not taking anything with you. Alexander the Great, when he was buried, he taught everyone a lesson about humility and death. So I think AI, and that's why I say not over my dead body, AI will not define who I am or who civilization is. And I've wasted my time. I don't think I have. I have 4 beautiful kids, and I've also learned a lot. So all of that wasn't a waste. It was actually a blessing. All my hardship was a blessing. Every sickness and disease, every challenges in my life was a blessing. So you may be looking at me, or you may have heard from people a bunch of lies. Please ask me if you want to know the truth. But I can tell you right now, speaking to you, I have gone through a lot, and I haven't told anyone anything, or very little, about that. I've told you about my dreams, and I've told you about things that I hope to do and that I wish I could do. And I believe now, the time is now to do it. At the old age of 57 years old. And I'm glad, because you know what? I feel like I could live another 100 years, but I'm super optimistic. That would be if Elon Musk can fix all the problem, that we have. I'm really joking, but obviously Elon Musk is not joking. He really hopes that he can fix us to live forever, and more the power to him, because I really this is the second day that I'm mentioning Elon, but I saw another thing about Elon. At least every day, like I'm saying, there's something new and exciting, and so that's fine, man. I mean, he named his company Tesla after one of the greatest scientists and genius of this world that ever seen. So, he has some aspiration to change humanity, and it's okay. I think we need more people like Elon. We need every kid to grow up to want to be like Elon Musk. Yes, I'm not joking. Every kid should have hope in his heart, and should have dreams, to change the world. And if Elon is able to do it, even if he's been helped along the way, it doesn't matter. Everybody that has done something has been helped along the way, but they had to have the purpose, and they had to execute, and they had to work hard to do it. So respect to all of you that have achieved so much. And, I feel great because I know that we're going to connect, and I'm hoping that other people, as they see me connecting, and they see me connecting with my purpose more and more now, that you will also connect with your purpose, and don't feel like you have a chip on your shoulder. You know, one of my little things that you don't know, but one of my hobby was to help people write their resume. And I noticed that a lot of people didn't understand their value. They didn't understand how to present themselves to an employer on their resume. And it took me maybe 20 minutes to an hour to talk with them, to get to know them. And I was able to write this incredible resume for them. One of the guys I helped out went from a $25,000 job to a $65,000 sales job. Yeah, and almost overnight in 1 week. I didn't charge him nothing. But to me, I was glad to help him. But the point is that I realized after that, when I helped other people redo their resume, and I wasn't, believe me, it's not about the grammar or the English or nothing like that. It was more about, the skill set that I have to be able to transpose a problem into a solution, as I was able to do in technology sales for 30 years, and understand what my company was offering as a solution, and how to adapt that to my customer. Not try to sell them product features. No, that was never how to sell. You sell by building a trust relationship with your customer, establishing a trust, and the fact that the product that you offer through the company has the ability to transform their business. And the companies that I've helped, I've seen them, like Tekelec, for example, was acquired by BEA, who was sold by Oracle, and they, they are in the whole stack of cloud computing and the telecommunication side, and the internet right now that you're looking at. Their patent is probably used behind everything that we use on the web. Yeah, and at the time they were, a smaller company, but they believed in the relationship they had with BEA, who was a Java application server, the top of the line, manufacturer of application server. To you guys, that's German, right? But that's what is being used to have a web, an internet. You need to have application servers, and you need to have applications that sit on them, and those applications is why you're able to see me right now. And everything behind is code, and Java was one of the code that's being used on the web still today. So, all of that to tell you that my ability to understand complex technology and transpose it into a simple, understandable thing to a CEO or a CIO was the solution. That's what allowed me as well to transform somebody's life that they didn't know how to describe their life on a resume. And it took me, a little time to talk with them and see right away, hey, you have these and these qualities, you have this and this, and they didn't know. And right now, you don't know as a human all the qualities that you have. I'm telling you, you have amazing qualities. The fact that I can talk to you right now, that's one quality. The fact that I'm listening and you're listening, that's another quality. Talking and listening and responding, communication, the ability to smile, the ability to look each other in the eyes, the ability to hear each other, to hear music, to smell, to cook, to eat, to taste, to experience life with all of our five senses. Even if a machine can do some of that, they won't be able to do all of it. And to have feelings, and to be able to have a heart that beats. And the heart is not just a pump. It's a big, vibration device. And allows you to feel vibration, and allows you to feel emotions, and allows you to exchange emotion with others and feel these vibrations. Vibrations which are the whole energy of the universe, from the infinite small to the infinite large, the whole universe as small as the atom and smaller. All of that is electricity, energy, vibration, and we have learned that through science, but we knew it before in the sacred text and all the teaching of the ancestors. So that's why I am not complexed. I don't have a complex, that's what I mean in French. I am not bothered to be spiritual and intelligent in technology, both at the same time, and business. I don't have a problem at all. I believe that you as well, as you realize who you are, you will find out that it is the value that you bring in this life. The ability to transpose what a man, a human being, or a woman, or any gender person is in this world. You are a being. Being is like I am. And I am is the name of the creator of the universe. At some point, it was called the I am. And I heard something beautiful that Tesla said, or in an interview, that the energy at the beginning was the word, at the beginning was light. Those two elements, word and light, both have vibrations, wavelength. Both light and speech are vibration. They just vibrate at different speed. So Tesla had this incredible realization that energy and vibration is what make us and the whole universe being special. And so machine and AI are coding that knowledge, that perception into devices and tools that we can use. But they will never have the capability to be you or I. That's why I'm telling you, never over my dead body will I believe that a machine or AI can be greater than mankind. I hope you're hearing me. It's not because I do not appreciate technology and AI, but it's because I appreciate that it is our intelligence as mankind, as men and women of science, of knowledge and spirituality, under the Most High. That's myself. I put myself under the Most High, but it doesn't matter if you don't or you do. He is the boss overall. He created us all. So we are all in the way together in this. The darkness and the light, the yin and the yang. We are all together, and we don't have a reason for fighting unless we want to fight over stupid stuff. So, if we don't, we can communicate, and please communicate. That's what I'm asking. Communicate with each other. Communicate about your, questions. If you have worries, talk to someone. Don't don't talk to me because I may not be available, but talk to somebody. Talk to somebody about what you have in your mind, your problem, your question, and you may find a solution. That's psychology. There is doctors out there that help you to do that, but you have to learn also to do it yourself. You have to learn slowly. It doesn't happen overnight, but you have to learn your values. I love you. I mean, honestly, I love you. I think that you are the most wonderful person. You don't know it. You may feel like you're the worst person in the whole world because you have done stupid stuff. And who has not done stupid stuff? In the eyes of the creator of the universe that has been there, zillions of years? What do you think we are? Just realize the lifespan of a human being, over 100 years maximum, compared to the creator of the universe that has zillions of years of experience. We're nobody. All of us. Millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, it doesn't matter. But some people have learned certain things. I'm not going there. But some people have learned to leave a legacy, and I believe that we, as each one of us, we can leave a small legacy, and the American dream is one of the greatest legacy. The American dream, to leave something to your children. So that's what I'm hoping to do in my little way, is to leave a little bit of those breadcrumbs for my children. And if it is through technology, and if it is through music, or writing CD stories that people like, whatever it is, I'll do my job. But I want to let you know that I'm up for the challenge, and I'm not afraid of AI. I will actually embrace it, because to me, AI is another beautiful tool that was created by humanity to improve our lives. And I'm looking at it like we can actually beat global warming, if you believe in global warming. We can beat any challenges in the world today with the technology that we have. So I hope you are up for the challenge. I hope you enjoyed what I just said today in my little update. But I wanted you to know that I'm not going to back down. I have had a lot of people come after me in different ways, not online necessarily, but I've been hacked. I've had all kind of funny things happen. People trying to copycat other people and pretending to talk to me and all of that. And you may have encountered that. That was going to be, and it will probably be one of the chapter in one of my book, or it will be a small book or whatever about scam and hack. And but the biggest hack is what we do upon our own self by losing faith and belief in ourselves. And we have to be proud of ourselves without being narcissistic. So I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. It's like we have to become the best we can be, without losing our humility and all of that, because honestly there's always going to be someone way better than us. So all we have to do is be the best we can be. in the eye of the Creator, and we'll be okay. Because really, we do need some form of help, but that help comes, like in the person of Elon Musk, or a president of a country, or uh, the president and CEO of another big company, or somebody that hires you for this dream job that you've always wanted and gives you an opportunity to do the thing you've always wanted to do. So, all of these, are moments in our lives, synchronicity moment that where we connect with our purpose. And I am at this moment in my life that I'm connecting with another key purpose in my life. I mean, this is actually the ultimate purpose of my life that I feel I'm connecting with, because it took all this time for me to be accountable to myself and that purpose, because it may be a big dream to do the film or the series of documentaries that I want to do, or to do the Taufi platform, or to whatever project that is in my heart. You see, all of these, they were needing to be well cooked. Like when you're cooking something, sometimes you slow simmer it, you cook it slowly so that everything is perfect. That's the same when you work on a project. That's the same when you work together with other people. You have to kind of wait for your team to come and be ready. And you have to wait for you to be ready to work with them. All of that is a wonderful experience, I would say. In music, we learn to do that. We learn to listen to each other. When we're on stage, we have to connect. We have to be in sync. And we don't do that without listening and vibrating together. And when that happens, oh man, it is beautiful. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to tell you about life. And you as a person, as a human being, you're so special. Yes, I mean, you're loved. A lot of time in our society today, love is a joke, because people play games, and I don't have time to play games, but I love people. But they don't necessarily believe me, because there's not that many people that are honest anymore with their feeling and their emotion, because they're afraid. They're afraid to be judged. And I'm not afraid. I mean, I can die tomorrow and I'll be okay. You have to be like that in life. You have to be fearless. You have to be fearless. You have to be a warrior, a Zen warrior, at peace with yourself. Miyamoto Musashi is my hero. Two heaven as one. To be able to perceive things without the eyes. That was his famous saying, and that's what I'm going to leave you with today. What it means is you have to be able to see through your heart, through your spirit. People call it the third eye. It's that level that you can close your eyes and feel everything around you without even moving an inch. But you know what's going on. And what helps you is your hair. Well, I cut my dreadlocks, right? It doesn't matter. You still have all your senses. And if you train yourself like Bruce Lee did, or, major martial artists like Miyamoto Musashi, or Zen Wu, the god of war and martial art in China, or Kintakute, greatest warrior in Africa, and Native American. There's a few chiefs that I'm pretty crazy about. Crazy horse. Yes, there's a lot of great warriors. There were also great human beings. They were great leaders that sacrificed for their people. As I say that, I think about Gabon, the country where I'm from. I pray that there will be leaders that will be ready to sacrifice for their people instead of taking from their people. I think the difference in our capabilities to overcome AI and machine is, will we be able to discern and feel our way through what we want to do, as human beings for our society? Do we want to take the easy way, or do we want to take the little more difficult way, but the more enjoyable or the more rewarding way to really appreciate each other for who we are? Because we are special. It doesn't matter if I go, because someone else will say exactly the same thing that I'm saying tomorrow. But as of today, I am very happy that we had this conversation. I'm very happy that you heard me, even if maybe you hear me years from now. Just like my music, I know that those videos will probably outlive me. And that is, just a fact. As someone writes anything nowadays, it will outlive them. Someone does anything, it will outlive them. Not joking. Anything that you have done, if you have written a letter to someone, or an email, or a post, and that has impacted somebody else's life, well, you'll live forever, because that person will share that, whatever you shared with them, with somebody else, and that somebody else will share it with somebody else. You see how important you are? And AI is able to help us relay that knowledge to other people. So we just have to be able to come to terms with being okay with all of us benefiting from AI, not just a few of us. And when I mean all of us is because I was saying to somebody today, if you don't spend as much on a house, and we were talking about the incredible modular house from Elon Musk, and I was saying, that's interesting. It may be a problem initially in the real estate world a little bit, but overall, what's going to happen is that it's really going after the market where you need, housing that is not non-existing, or emergency housing. There's a lot of places around the world where there's shanty town. There's billions of people that live on the floor that do not have, running water, and you know what I mean. So all of that doesn't have to be impacting, the developed areas where beautiful houses are and all of that. But what's happened is that people that have a place to live are able to work better, they are more motivated, they have something to look forward, and the extra income that they don't spend on very high, expensive houses, that allow them to consume, and by consuming, that generates more economic power. And that is applicable in everything. That's why I think Elon is really a genius. If he's providing low-cost housing and certain things, I'm not talking about free. I don't believe in free. Nothing is free. But I believe in, making sure that people have a chance to step up, because these houses are not really low-cost housing, but they cost less, they're more intelligent, and they save energy, so they're good for the planet. But inside those houses, I'm sure Elon Musk is not using an IKEA $200 piece of furniture, and I have nothing against IKEA. It's a great place. It's an example. Please don't hit me with hate stuff. So if you are in one of those houses, and you add another module, and you got a kid or something, you want to grow the house, and you do that. So, but inside the house, you can have beautiful furniture. I mean, the money that you save on the house in itself, you can spend on the land. You can grow your own food. You can have a garden. The possibilities are limitless in terms of the ability we have of enjoyment. Sharing transportation, also a great idea. Instead of owning cars, you can have shared cars, and those are shared vehicles, because soon we'll be flying. We're not going to be in cars anymore. There's so many of those smaller flying devices like drones that are being developed, that soon we will be able to fly around, and the system, the technology will allow it to be safe, and all of that will increase our ability to live, live, to exist, to have a life outside of big cities. So we will evolve from a city-centered lifestyle to a more communal lifestyle where we are closer to nature. See, all of that is possible. And I'm sorry that I am, dumping all these crazy dreams on you, that, it's because I write stories and I like to imagine things. And I've probably watched too many science fiction movies. But science fiction is what we live in today, because it is real. AI, everything that we have built in science, is bringing us closer to being able to experience it in real, not just in virtual reality. So I'm asking you to have the same excitement, and hopefully to be able to bring a humanity where machine and technology can live together. And if we do that, I think it will be great. And if we don't, then I still believe humanity will be okay, because overall, we may be wiped out from this planet, but we probably will move to another planet, or we'll move to a different spiritual plane altogether. So I'm not worried. We all have a beginning and an end, like a product. Is that funny? The irony of the whole thing? We are like a product. We have a beginning and an end, shelf life. I'm really messing with you right now. Anyway, I love you. I really do. And I want you to experience life. I want you to enjoy it. And I don't want you to be afraid about technology, because all of it is created by us human beings. And ultimately, we didn't mean to create it for any negative things. I don't believe that at all. I think that some people use beautiful things that were created for good in a bad way, by mistake or whatever. But the whole point is that we can turn that boat around. We've proven it over and over. It happens in the movies. Good always win over evil. Anyway, in the movies I like to watch. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I got the CDs because we've been talking for an hour as usual. But God bless. I love you really, and please keep going. Be courageous. Enjoy life. Experience life. And look up. He's watching out for you. Open your eyes. Look around. The life and the world is beautiful. You need to enjoy it. Bye-bye. Okay, bye.